Coming up on City Spotlight, we're back on location in Mattoon, here in Season 7, as we talk the latest going on in Mattoon. We'll talk with the new Mayor of Mattoon, Rick Hall, and Kyle Gill, Mattoon City Administrator, about the current state of Mattoon and what lies ahead in the rest of 2021 in Mattoon. Then, we sit down and talk with Ed Dowd, Executive Director of the Mattoon Chamber of Commerce, and Carlos Ortega, Executive Director of Elevate, about how the community of Mattoon is utilizing Elevate. And we will have the latest on economic development in Mattoon. We're talking all things Mattoon once again here in Season 7, here on City Spotlight. City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com. Hello and welcome to another edition of City Spotlight. As you can see, we are on location for this episode. We are in Mattoon. We're at the Cross County Mall in the offices of Elevate. And to help us out in this first segment on Mattoon, we first of all welcome back to the program Kyle Gill, Mattoon City Administrator. Kyle, great to have you on again.
Thanks for having me on.
Pleasure. And the new Mayor of Mattoon, Rick Hall. Rick
Yes.
Hall, thank you very much for being on the program first time.
Thank you for inviting me. I hope to come back many times.
Very good. We are taping here on April 20th. Rick has not officially taken office as the time of we're taping, but May 1st will be your first day as Mayor of Mattoon. Rick, before we talk about why you chose to run for the office of Mayor here in Mattoon, tell us about yourself, please.
Okay, I'm a longtime resident of Mattoon. I've been around here for a long time. I primarily have worked in the areas of public accounting originally, but most of my career was with Consolidated Communications. I had executive jobs there. I worked for a law firm for a little while after that. And I've been a big proponent of volunteer services for Mattoon for a very long time. I've been on the school board, I've been on the city council, been on United Way, Red Cross, a big supporter of Rotary Club, Mattoon in Motion. I've been involved with the community and done a lot of volunteer hours over the years.
I was taking a look at your bio there on your website and a lot of organizations, as you mentioned, through the years. So why did you want to run for mayor?
Okay, being a city council member, I had really always envisioned doing this. Tim Gover and I were good friends, and we know Tim passed away just several months ago, and I was not going to run until Tim decided he was going to do something else, and it got to the point where his health wasn't as good as I think he liked, and myself. I certainly didn't dream he had passed away before he finished his last term, but I probably would have ran earlier. I've talked to Tim about that all along. Him and I, like I say, are good friends. He wished me the best of luck when I ran, and so that's the way it's worked out. And my wife supported me in that effort, my family, and that's certainly important because it does take a commitment.
We'll talk about Tim Gover here in just a second. But
Okay.
all your background in the community, a part of so many organizations, how do you think that's helped you to take on this new venture in your life?
Well, over the years, you make an awful lot of contacts in working with the organizations that I've worked with, and that helps being the mayor. You know who to talk to, you know how to get things done, you've worked with them before, they know you. I've had some real successes in my roles in the past, and I think it's important that you show to people that you had those successes and you've been through those things. I feel very capable of doing the job. I've managed operations that's bigger than the city of Mattoon, and I feel good about where we're going in the direction of the city.
All right, very good. Let's bring Kyle into the program. And again, Tim Gover, been on many episodes of City Spotlight, passed away at the beginning of December 2020. Kyle, what do you think people need to remember about what Tim contributed to the community of Mattoon for nearly 10 years as mayor?
Tim was a great steward of the community, not only Mattoon, but Coles County, Charleston, Illinois, where he was a professor at Eastern for over 30 years. He was a member of their Rotary over there. Very active in the community, different boards. He was on bank boards. He was worked on college foundation boards. He was big in the Lifespan Center, Council on Aging Lifespan Center, and getting that new building built. I think it was 15, 20 years ago. Right. But he played a big part in that, and he always volunteered. He was, again, like Rick and I, he was born and raised in Mattoon. Right. Went away for a little while, but came back, worked at Eastern, and just was always community-minded, wanted to help people, always wanted to better the city, and all of his volunteerism, just like Rick's, was what set him apart.
I know Rick is sitting to your right here. I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here. He's going to take office May 1st. People are seeing this at home here, early stages of May. Why do you think Rick Hall is the right choice to lead the community moving forward?
Well, again, Rick has been in the community, been very active in volunteerism, knows the city well. He's been a commissioner for 8 years or more, and
right.
And just knows how the city runs very well. Again, he talked about his contacts with different businesses. Oh, yeah. Anywhere we go out, we'll go out to lunch or whatever. Anywhere we go out, he's always talking to somebody. Somebody's always coming up, approaching him and saying hi. And that's what it takes, being able to be approached, know the contacts, know who to talk to when we need some information. And he's worked great as a commissioner, and he'll even do better as a mayor.
Our last couple of episodes here on the program have been featuring education here in Mattoon, whether it be Mattoon Schools or Lakeland College. So it's been a little while since we've talked City of Mattoon. Obviously, COVID-19 has been a part of of a lot of people's lives for over a year now. Kyle, what do you think the state of Mattoon is right now as we tape here in April 20, how Mattoon has navigated through COVID-19?
Actually, Mattoon fared very well through the COVID. We had a lot of indications early on that we were going to see 15% decreases in revenues, and we did not see that. We actually, were stable, maybe even slight increase of sales tax and revenues. Some of our bigger boxes and car dealerships did very well through the pandemic. So we didn't see the pain that we thought we were going to see. Of course, the federal government and state helped out a lot. A lot of businesses got grants, helped with funding. We will see a couple of businesses that we lost. However, I think the majority of them were able to get some kind of help and being able to keep their doors open. And we look forward to coming out of the pandemic and everybody going out and spending more money and being able to enjoy the things that they did before the pandemic.
We'll hear more about the Mattoon businesses with Ed Dowd of the Mattoon Chamber in our next segment. So Rick, initial thoughts, you're taking office here May 1st, we're taping before you officially take office. What are some things that you want to work on here in the rest of 2021?
Okay, well, actually it's not just me, of course, it's the council that works together on
Correct.
These things, but one thing I've always been heavily involved with and wanted to do a lot more with is economic growth. And I think we're missing some things in economic growth that we haven't been able to do before. So that's going to be one of the focus of mine. Of course, a balanced budget. Fortunately, I think we're going to balance the budget this year. Mm-hmm. It's the first time we've done that in 2 or 3 years. And I see the economics growing. The other thing is what I call right-sizing the departments. I think we need to make some adjustments in the departments. Some of the departments, I think some of them are too big and some of them actually need more people. And that's an adjustment that we need to make, and we're going to have to work through that together. We've got 2 brand new members coming on board. Correct. On the council, and we've got to get them up to speed. The first 100 days for them are just going to get oriented and learning what's going on. Right. I plan to bring the entire council together for a meeting, a public meeting where we'll talk about what we want to do in the first 100 days, the first year, and the first 4 years. For our term. We've got to get all that in place. I want people working together with the city, all the department heads and all the council members. So those are the things that are on my schedule for the next 4 years.
All right, very good. We are taping here in the offices of Elevate here in the Cross County Mall, and Cross County Mall was kind of in shaky state there for a little while, but things have gone up, and we have these beautiful new facilities here. What do you think? What do you guys think about the mall and this place of Elevate?
It's been great that Rural King took over the mall, having a local ownership. Just they understand what Mattoon needs and the importance of this mall, and so they've worked hard. We've worked well together. We shared information, and we'll continue to do that. As far as Elevate, it's something that came out of Mattoon in Motion that has been great. All the volunteerism of the community. Again, I think that's what set Mattoon apart from most communities, is how much volunteerism that we have and be able to accomplish things like Elevate and being able to get it started, getting the Google grant and everything. Just it shows and what a beautiful place for people to come and try to start a new business.
Very colorful background behind you guys here. Very unique, shapely room. Rick, your thoughts on Elevate and the mall?
Yes. Rural King has been an outstanding corporate citizen for us. And offering this space was critical in moving forward with Elevate. Elevate, of course, started with Mattoon in Motion, the Robust Economy Committee. I was on that committee. I was certainly involved in bringing Carlos here. He ended up being the director of Elevate. I think a lot of things are fitting together here. Elevate is developing from the grassroots up new businesses for our community. I think the next step is to bring in more businesses. There's a lot of interaction with Mattoon in Motion, what Elevate's doing, so I'm really excited about that. This space, we visited several locations before we set this space up, and indeed the Google grant, going to Chicago, getting that money, winning an award that put Mattoon ahead of multiple other kinds of cities and organizations, and we were selected as the top grant winner. We received $250,000 in that particular item, $75,000 before that. That just started building on a lot of things. And I think that's going to help Mattoon. This kind of thing, other projects with Mattoon in Motion, I think what the city can do, I think we've got an outstanding future ahead.
Certainly a launching point for a lot more business ventures here. A lot of people are using it, and we'll talk more about that in our next segment. The new mayor of Mattoon, Rick Hall, and Kyle Gill, Mattoon City Administrator. Gentlemen, pleasure having you on City Spotlight. Rick, we look forward to having you on the program many more times.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Thank you for inviting us, and enjoy it. Always do.
Thank you very much. And coming up next here on City Spotlight, we'll stay right here at the offices of Elevate, and we'll talk with Carlos Ortega and Ed Dowd. But first, let's take a look at some of the upcoming activities going on in Mattoon. And we're back here on City Spotlight, this new on-location episode on Mattoon. We continue taping here in the offices of Elevate at the Cross County Mall, and we welcome now to the program familiar face, Ed Dowd, Executive Director of the Mattoon Chamber of Commerce. Ed, great to have you on again.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Pleasure. And first-time guest to the program, the Executive Director of Elevate, Carlos Ortega. Carlos, great to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for letting us in the offices of Elevate, place we'll talk about here in a little bit. I saw it firsthand last year as it was under construction, so we'll talk about that here in just a second. Carlos, you're a first-time guest.
Yes.
Tell us about yourself, please.
Well, my name is, again, Carlos Ortega. I'm the Executive Director here at Elevate, and I'm working to make sure that the center is supportive of the community and the people who are members in the area.
Fantastic. We taped Ed was on the last time we taped here in Mattoon a little over a year ago, and I got to check out the facility as it was kind of being constructed. It's finished, looks beautiful. Again, remind our audience at home, what is Elevate? Elevate
is the newest business innovation center that supports entrepreneurs in the area and in the region. We have various programs helping people from I have an idea to I have a product and I need it marketed. We have a variety of different opportunities for people that allow them at different stages to get the services to help them establish their business within this region and within Coles County in general.
And the facility that we're at is kind of in the center of the Mattoon Mall. How is it functionally working for all that use it?
Right now, we have about 6 different individual offices that are available for rent. Actually, 3 of them are rented right now, so we only have another 3 that are available. One of them is a double office. We have conference room space, as this lovely space here allows for 25 people to have a variety of different functions here. Everything's on wheels, so it's all adaptable and agile. We have a large open space with the kitchen area that allows for a collaborative type of engagement around different businesses and things like that.
It's very cool to see the finished product. As I mentioned, it was here a little over a year ago and things were being worked on, painted, everything's in place, looks very nice and clean. Tell us about some of the kinds of people that are using the facility.
Right now we have about a total of 15 members that are utilizing the facility in a variety of different ways. We actually just gained 3 new members this week, so we are growing rapidly. Ever since the pandemic has put a hold on our growth and development, but it's allowed us to make sure that our programs actually work and are viable. We've graduated 5 different service-based businesses within the past year, all ranging from pet care services to media production services to health and wellness services, and people and individuals who are supportive of those people in those businesses.
We've talked with Ed about Elevate, getting it going, Mattoon in motion, everything to get to this point. Tell me about your excitement level that you're way past those thought processes of what this could be. It's here and it's serving the community. I'm
really excited about the potential of people growing and developing here. I believe that Elevate is a place and a community resource and a regional resource that will help support the growth and development of this area. Our partnerships with 4-H and the University of Illinois Extension, our partnership with the University of Notre Dame and the IDEA Center up there, and our partnerships with local businesses and the city government who have been directly involved and supportive of this center has been tremendous. I see growth in all 3 of those areas and believe that the opportunities are endless in rural communities such as Mattoon.
Fantastic.
In Coles County.
Great to have you on the program first time. Ed, let's get a comment from you about Elevate. We've talked about it. It's here, it's serving the community and doing great things.
I think it's a fantastic opportunity. It's fantastic. As you saw when you came in this morning, Class E, they have their classes here. All the students are here. So it's a lot of energy continuing. It's just great to see. These are the young entrepreneurs of the future, and we hope that they end up staying and growing their business here. I think it's I think it's great for the business community. Excitement with Notre Dame and other organizations that are going to be working together on this. I just can't say enough of how excited I am about the future for Elevate.
And we're in the Cross County Mall. And as we kind of briefly talked about in our previous segment with new Mayor Rick Hall and Kyle Gill, the Mattoon Mall was in a little bit of a crossroads, but this is here, and it's a nice addition to the mall, isn't it?
Correct, yes, a very nice addition. The mall is growing. Unfortunately, JCPenney's is closing. However, they do have some opportunities that they are working on to fill that space, and they're working continuously on filling other spaces. Possibly a Dunkin' Donuts will be coming out in front of the building. I know a lot of people are excited about that. And Marshall's is doing well. Rural King is doing fantastic. So the mall is really vibrant, and I foresee Elevate having dozens, if not more, visitors as the restrictions are loosened, and it'll just draw people to the mall as well. Can't say enough.
In the back side of the mall, it's the north side of the mall, haven't ventured this way in quite a while. A beautiful entrance, the sign, very inviting. So congratulations on everything that Elevate is off to.
Yes, and you don't have to actually be a business to actually utilize the space. We are available to anyone who just needs a place to work away from home, or a student who needs a quiet place to study. We are a multi-generational facility that allows for anybody and everybody to utilize the resources that we have here.
24/7 access as well. So
definitely some unique workspaces for people to take advantage of.
Yes.
Ed, thank you for touching on the businesses. It's been a little bit changing time since you and I talked last. It was just before COVID kind of took over and changed the way we do things. Tell us how the Mattoon businesses have gotten through this past year plus.
Yeah, we have lost a few businesses. However, most of the businesses in Mattoon have weathered the storm. They've done a great job with the pandemic restrictions, and a lot of the community has been very supportive. The chamber and the Mattoon businesses were able to take advantage of a lot of the different programs. The government did a great job of helping small businesses, especially small businesses in our community. They gave opportunities for them. The Paycheck Protection Program, the Stabilization and Big Grant programs, they were vital for our community. And we had over 400 businesses locally take advantage of these programs for a total of over $25 million. So many of these businesses really needed that extra help, the restaurants and things like that. So it was just great for the government to have these programs, and it was great to see that the banks, the accounting firms, everyone pitched in, helped all these businesses, and they were able to weather the pandemic. So I can't say enough for how well everyone came together to help the pandemic, help the business community. So it's been great.
Like with the educators that we've talked about here over the past year, getting through COVID, it's been a total team effort in the business community as well.
Correct.
Any new businesses that have popped up recently or moving forward that you'd like to share?
Yeah, just this year alone, we've had OSF On-Call Urgent Care. They actually open up today. And that's another opportunity for wellness and health services in our community. The Southern Illinois Healthcare Foundation is going to be opening up a building in between what's now Vital Skin Dermatology and Mattoon Chiropractic. Right. We have NTech, which is a high-end HVAC. They do a lot of things that would work well with COVID, a lot of high-end heating and ventilation services, right. And they're going to be opening a building as well. So despite the pandemic, there's a lot of growth and a lot of great things happening in our community.
Talked again with a lot of chamber directors over the past year with COVID, and hearing how everyone has kind of worked together, and communities have continued to grow despite these tough circumstances we've been in.
Yes.
We have a new mayor in Mattoon, Rick Hall. Your guys' thoughts on Rick Hall leading the community in Mattoon here moving forward?
I'm really excited to see Rick Hall in the position of mayor. He's been an advocate for Mattoon in Motion since the beginning. He's helped establish the entrepreneurial Elevate Center that you see here, with him being highly involved at the ground level at early stages. And I'm looking forward to partnering with both the city of Mattoon and Mayor Rick Hall on further developing programs that can help establish resources for small businesses here in the near future. So I'm really excited about those opportunities.
Yeah, ever since I moved to the community over 20 years ago, I've known Rick. And like me, Rick is very passionate about Mattoon. He wants what's best for the long-term future of the community. So I'm very excited about his opportunity as mayor, and I wish him all the best leading us into the future in the next 4 years.
He's been a part of a lot of organizations in the community
Yes.
for a while. Very good.
Yes.
In our last minute or so, we're taping here on April 20th, so we're getting toward the warm weather months, and maybe things are looking on the up with the pandemic. I'm not a medical expert here, but your guys' excitement level for the rest of the year here in Mattoon?
I believe there's a lot of opportunity here. I believe that if we are cautious and keep to all the protective measures that are put in place, we will see growth and development in this area, in this region. And as long as everything is equal, I think a lot of things you'll see a lot of opportunity for development here.
Yeah, and I think that with the business community, with things opening up, with the restrictions being loosened, one thing that we really need is employment. If anyone on the call or on the video is looking for employment, there are opportunities everywhere. Every sector is needing help. So if you guys are looking for employment, now's the time. There's just so many opportunities. And what I would love to say is, when you're out and visiting with all the new restrictions being loosened and everything, when you're out visiting, please be patient, be kind. A lot of these people are short-staffed, a lot of the restaurants, a lot of the retail establishments. So give yourself a little extra time. Spend some time talking to your family. Thank those who are working now, because they are under a little bit of stress and pressure being short-staffed. So please, thank them, be patient, and enjoy what's going on in the community.
Great words of advice there, Ed. And Carlos, congratulations on Elevate up and going. And glad to have you on the program the first time and look forward to having you on again.
Looking forward.
Carlos Ortega, Ed Dowd, thank you for your time here on City Spotlight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that'll do it for this latest On Location episode here on Mattoon. Thank you for watching City Spotlight, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to City Spotlight. You can check out past episodes, including the one you're watching right now, on YouTube. To check out recent episodes of Central and Southeastern Illinois towns featured on City Spotlight, search on YouTube, City Spotlight, with the show number and the name of the town. Listed on your screen are the last 5 episodes of City Spotlight. City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com.